And my final say about the Queensland election is this. You are hiring a government for the next 4 years. A government that will, regardless of who is elected, open the borders on the 1st of December. Who inherit a system from the Chief Health Officer that there will not be a second wave in Queensland because contact tracing is just as good as New South Wales. So forget COVID and think about people like Max. Max is a fellow Queenslander who lives in Townsville but has voted Labor his whole life, will not be voting Labor at this election because of youth crime. Think about the young rugby league players who did not get grants from the state government they were fully entitled to because Slick Mick, the sports minister, moved money towards Labor electorates as opposed to those who deserve the money. Think about Sarah and the other small businesses that have been destroyed on the coast because of the petulance of the Premier. Think about your fellow Queenslanders who don't have a job. There's more of them than anywhere else around the country. The unemployment rate is higher than anywhere else in the country, including Victoria. The Treasurer, Cameron Dick by name and Dick by nature, is promising that the unemployment rate will get higher by the end of the year and be worse than national average in the middle of next year. Never forget the double standards that meant when you were limited to funerals and weddings and you couldn't stand up at a bar or you couldn't go to a cafe, the AFL players, the movie stars, they were, of course, able to rock on in five-star bubbles, while your fellow Queenslanders like Brian had to go to Sydney for brain surgery that would help save his life, yet upon his return, did he go poolside? No. Because of the heartlessness and the hard line, because of the politics, because of the polling about the policy, he was shoved into a hotel room. Let alone Sarah, who came from Canberra, a place that didn't have COVID. The very next week, they opened the borders to Canberra. But she had to dress like that to go to her father's body. She didn't get to go to the funeral. She didn't get to hug her sister. And of the thousands of words that I have said about the Queensland election, knowing that both sides are saying that they cannot get a majority, think about this, Queensland. Do you want the Greens being the tail that wags Labor's dog? Because if Palaszczuk loses 2 seats, she needs the Greens. The Greens have said they want to triple mining royalties. Queensland, you have a choice. I have great faith in you to be able to make that choice and to make that choice as clearly and cleanly as possible. Flush this mob. They have earned their time in opposition.